What is up, you guys, and welcome to the Upper 90 YouTube soccer channel. In today's video, we're talking about the next manager that's been let go in the Premier League, so stick around as we dive deeper into this. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Mike, huge fan of the Premier League, which is why we're talking about this topic today. Now, there happens to be another manager that was let go, and that happens to be Steve Bruce. Now, this one really shouldn't be too shocking for the most part because, again, we saw Newcastle with new owners, a lot of money coming in, and Bruce is one of those guys that you're thinking probably won't last too long because they're going to bring in some top-notch manager. The problem is right now there's not a whole lot out there. But speaking on Bruce's behalf, he had a very good career as a manager. I mean, that was his 1,000th game against Tottenham this past weekend. Yes, they didn't lose, but anytime a manager manages 1,000 matches is a huge milestone for any manager. It shows that you've obviously done some good work through the years, that people keep hiring you, bringing you on. So again, congrats to him on that. But again, it's not shocking that he is being let go. Now, they're saying it's mutual agreements, but I have a feeling that Bruce probably was thinking to himself, I would like to stay here. But again, Newcastle is definitely going in a brand new direction. I'm not too sure how this looks for them with all the money that they're going to be having, if they're going to be splurging during the winter window or if it's not going to be until next summer when that window opens. But as of right now, Newcastle is not looking very good. They haven't won a single match this season. So again, there's huge issues with that. And this upcoming weekend, they do play Crystal Palace, who also have not won a single game. They've had a few draws, so this could be a very good stepping stone for whoever comes in. But again, right now, Graham Jones is going to be the caretaker for Newcastle. And as we've seen before with a lot of clubs, when someone comes in a new phase, there is that manager bounce, which again can be a huge thing for Newcastle. But if he's only a caretaker, it depends how long he's going to be there, and sometimes that can affect players' mindset. But this may allow different players to get a starting role this upcoming weekend. So for Fantasy League, this could be a huge plethora of players that are very cheap that could score some good points. Again, I'm not going to go into depth with that because I don't know all Newcastle's players. I'm going to admit that because, again, I don't follow them as much as like other clubs. But overall, there's going to be some new faces in the squad coming in the next couple of weeks. Now, in the list, though, for the short term, there are a few people that Newcastle are looking at, Eddie Howe being one of them, the Bournemouth manager. Also, Frank Lampard has been rumored to go there, but I don't see Frank Lampard going there. I think he's going to take some time off yet. I know it's still a hard and touchy subject for Chelsea fans, but I think Frank Lampard still just needs some time off. Newcastle seems to have a lot of issues, but then again, if they do have the money to back up Frank Lampard's spending, he may go out and get some players that he would want, and therefore could help out this squad. Because as we've seen, Frank Lampard can definitely manage lower club teams. He was at Derby, and they did really well there. Even at Chelsea, when they didn't have any transfers come in, he did, again, very well. Last season, it just didn't work out for him. So, again, he could be an option for Newcastle. But, again, I think they're going to hold out and wait for someone even more elite, probably until next season. So, again, very difficult for Newcastle as of right now. I'm not too sure why they didn't keep Bruce for a little bit longer. Again, it does make sense, but at the same time, it doesn't because, again, now finding someone to take that place, they may jump into a manager too quickly, and therefore that can just lead to a lot of turmoil, a lot of issues. But Newcastle have a lot of money to spend. So, again, if they don't like that manager, just toss him to the side, bring someone else new in. So, really curious to see how this works for the new club with new managers because, again, when something like this happens, it can really shake up everything in the league itself. And yes, Newcastle are an okay team. I wouldn't say they're phenomenal. They do have some good players, Colin Wilson being one of them, St. Maximus being another guy, but they definitely are lacking in a lot of positions. So, yeah, if they can pick up some players in the upcoming window, that would be a huge upgrade for this team, and they could maybe have a threat for being in the middle of the table. I don't see them being in the top 10 this season with how they've started out. Things could change, but overall, I think they'll be around like the 11th, 12th position at the end of the season, and then they'll have a big rebuilding phase in the next summer window. So that is all I have for you today on this YouTube channel. If you are new to this, make sure to smash the like button and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate that. That helps grow this YouTube channel, helps get this video out to more and more people. If you haven't watched these videos as well, guessing who the new Ballon d'Or is going to be this year. I want to hear your thoughts on that as well. So we will see you next time.